Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. Having some technical difficulties. Of course, what's new, right? Alright, y'all. So, what I'm trying to do here, while I'm waiting for people to show up, if anybody shows up this time, I've neglected to do my Sunday streams in quite a while. You know, various things have kept me from doing it, but whatever. Yes, go connect to Steam, dummy. I'm not connected to Steam. Not this way, at least. Character selection. It or not here. Why are you not here? I've done this a dozen friggin' times of setting up in my menu for this to be a thing. Got a render target. I've created a material. Everything is there. It was working, but it wasn't animated, and then was having some problems with the buttons here not wanting to cast correctly to the character and that kind of stuff. I've created it, and then I remade it as a character, so I've got the basics already done for that. Setting up for the hair and everything else, running off an event tick because it's only in the menu, so it's not like there's anything going to be there. You got to have a camera, which is lovely, and then you got to have a scene capture component 2D, and tell that to become a render target for the texture target. Capture every frame, yeah, that's fine. I've never had to change anything else once I've done this right here. So, yeah, I've never had any problems with that whatsoever. And I've set up the character to work. And you look at the actual render target data, and there it is. It shows the outline, no problem. Let's actually change it to 512 by 512, which is what I originally had it set at, and nothing shows up here, so I can just grab my camera and actually to grab the thing, but there you go. Let's actually grab the camera, because when we move our camera around, that's actually going to control how close we are. And we really just need that. So, gotta save all because it changes on the map. So that should be good. And there, it was just moving. So now if we hit play, select our character, why the hell is he not showing up here? I mean, hell, I'll try it in standalone games so it sees Steam and everything else, but this is something I've done a bunch of times. Just need a point light and your character, since there's no other light in the scene. Click on that, and where in the hell is he? These aren't activated just yet, but whenever you click between male and female, it'll change the gender of the character in the screen here. But why, oh why, is it not working? Click on that image. I don't know if it's maybe because it doesn't like the fact that it's in this box, but everything else is there and working. It's normally hidden. So the whole entire UI is going to get remade at some point. So not really worried about that. It's the same usual junk that I use. But the player image size. What does it say? Image size is 32 by 32. It should match the actual size. Render target's fine. I've never had to change anything else, and our character's fine. For now, we got to go back in there and mess with it, but whatever. And let's play it back in new pie window. Character Why the hell is it not showing up? I don't get it. That's just an image. It's at -1, and it's at 0, so it should be fine. It should be playing there. Let's just go ahead and put it at 2. Let's try to force the Z order up. Maybe that's what's causing it. No. I mean, it should work just fine at 0, because this image here in the background is set to -5. This image here, which is the background border, is set to 0, 1. But I'll push it back to -2, and that right there should be showing on top. It should be fine, unless for some reason that's a thing here. No. I've never had to mess with that before either. But draw as image, no tiling. But I absolutely don't get it. I mean, I had this working, but he wasn't animating, so I redid everything so that it would be a character. It was in the map, everything else, and character is just not showing up. The whole nature of what's going to happen here is when you click on male or female, it'll change the actual character itself, and what needs to happen is it should be drawing from this player right here, and on the event graph it's checking the gender, the beard, and the headgear. If it is male, then, and let's default it to, well, even if we don't default it, it's going to say false. So from the false lead, it's setting male to false. It is setting the skeletal mesh of the character to the female character and to her appropriate regular hair. You can see we have nothing drawn right here whatsoever for the hat, the hair, or the facial hair. So we can actually, we can start off with it on event tick. It will keep checking these variables right here. Again, with the event tick, it's not a big deal because it's in the main menu. So by default, it should be female, and it should be, let's make sure I got the right player on the map here, and it should be because there's a camera facing them. So how's everybody doing this morning? I got a case of the sniffles here because this weather changing back and forth. So pardon my sniffles as we're going. UI player. UI player is what's there. The main menu widget, the image itself is referring to the UI player render target, and it's showing right here. Why is it not showing when I play? Let's see here. That's on the click for the character button. It is hidden, hidden, visible, hidden. So when I actually click the button, it makes it visible. Makes that visible. Whereas normally, this character selection box is a variable and it's set to hidden by default. render opacity is 1, and that's fine. So I've never had a problem with this whatsoever until now. So the character doesn't have any hair, facial hair, or hat on because there's nothing assigned to these static meshes at all. So that whenever we first start off on the event tick, we run these 3 items: gender, beard, and headgear. Gender, if it's male, it's going to set the skeletal mesh to the male character and add the correct hair. If it is not male, then, which is the default right now because it's unchecked, it's going to set that variable is male to false. It's going to set the skeletal mesh and the static mesh of the hair. When you actually go to the beard, it asks, is it male? If the answer is no, then it turns off visibility of the facial hair. But if it's yes, I guess probably need to expand this out a little bit more, just simply because we need to ask one more question. Are we using a beard or not? So let's grab another branch. Doesn't solve my issue of why it's not being visible right now, but let's see here. I'll just drag this down here. And let's see if we can actually drag this directly to here as well. And has beard. So I might take care of that. Headgear. So you're asking, do you have a hat or not? If the answer is no, you set your visibility of the hat to false, and you ensure that your hair is correct based on the male or female component. If it's true, then we ask, are you male? If so, then we had put the correct hat on and the correct hair on for the hat. That should be just fine. So when we first start off, this right here, this player image, since it refers to the damn render target, it should automatically change. And since it's on an event tick, when we're actually controlling it, we have these buttons right here. So on clicked, we want to cast to UI player, and since it is a character, get I don't know if this is going to work or not. Because technically it is, but it is not a player character. So just want to link these together. And try to make it functional. But then again, gotta get the damn thing to show up. So right here, when we click the mail button, then all we need to do here is set is mail to true. And on this one, set is mail to false. So that's going to affix the gender issue. And has hat. Then all we should have to do here is set has hat. this case right here, though, we'll probably need a flip-flop. Oh, sorry for the sniffles. So we hit it the second time. We're telling it to, hey, we don't have a hat. And on the beard, I'm thinking the same thing. Now, if you select a female, it should automatically correctly get rid of or show the beard, whether you need it or not. Just because how I got everything written in there. Well, that should take care of the functionality of the buttons, but still does not explain why I am not able to display that guy. What is causing it to be a pain in my ass? Select character, and it's not there. Let's look back again here whenever I do that. When I select character, it's just telling the character selection box to be visible. Yeah, that's not a problem. It's making sure that everything else, all the other boxes are turned off or is hidden, and that one becomes visible. Whereas this character selection box is hidden and hidden, so no matter what, everything should show correctly. It's got to be something in here. I don't know why it's not showing the render target. Why? Because Unreal Engine 4. The only reason why I put this other border box in here is so I'd have something for, you know, separating the image from the rest of the background. Originally I had it set at the bottom right, but I mean I could set it anywhere I want, but yeah, I need to get this to work correctly, because once I get this to work correctly, then I could actually tie it into the save game information, and the save game information will then be called by the regular player, and the regular player is going to get all this information here, and this will have to be rebuilt as well, because this is the original one for testing to make sure that all your stuff was going to work. And I even had a structure built with all the information in it for the static mesh as required, but not necessary. You can actually dump that right there and just put the variable in here in the new mesh. Get rid of some of the spaghetti. Let's actually try one other thing here. World settings, default pawn class is UI player. You should not have any movement at all, but whatever, let's see if that's what the problem was. No, it wasn't, because you don't want to have any movement whatsoever, because if you have movement, your player can walk away from that, and don't want that. Main menu HUD shouldn't be anything to do with the main menu HUD. What is that? UI player, object reference. I thought I got rid of that variable. I did. Main menu widget, owning player is going right through. Object reference is that. So okay. So why is that still showing up there? Specifying non-default value no longer exists. No shit, it doesn't exist. Create widget. Alright, well, let's try. Let's refresh nodes, compile and save. And maybe that's what the issue was. No. Fuck. Why are you being such a pain in my ass? You're there. Why are you not being there? So the main menu HUD is fine now. Player, I don't need. UI player, I shouldn't need any reference to that because that should be auto activate. Yep. And yeah, you should be good. You're not animating there for some reason. Let me look back in here. Jesus. You're not animated. Why are you not animated? Why are you not animated? Is it possible that that's screwed up somehow? Okay, it was working just then. I don't fucking get it. Why are you no here? Why are you at 60? And 70. Just gonna totally just screw everything up here. Yeah, I'm just totally losing my mind here. Why? Why did you do that? It should be animating in here. Oh, go fuck yourself. I don't understand your fucking remote control works on your keyless entry. I'm sorry. Um, am I being insensitive to my neighbor who can't seem to understand that, whenever you hit the keyless entry on your vehicle, you don't have to hit it 4 times. Alright, see, I saw it blink. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I saw it blink for just a damn second. So we'll just go in here, and you see default, this is the way the character looks. Let's go back into and play it one more time. Player, it's just not showing the friggin' render target. We all being a talkative crowd this morning, so the whole point of the Sunday services is for people to come in, sit down, chat, ask questions. If they got problems, whatever, we can walk through or talk through your problems, and it could be game related, UE4 related, whatever. And it's a whole thing set up for just chit chat. Let's actually, for now, turn on visibility on the border and change that to hidden so that it's just not there. But there it is. Why is it still there? I'm actually going to go ahead and just delete the damn thing. I mean, maybe for some reason it's having a problem reading past the Z order of which I created in there. No, that's not it either. So I'll put the damn thing back in there again. I don't know why I put that hidden. It was the wrong thing. That needs to go to hidden. I just don't understand here. This is shit that I've done many times before, adding a character to the screen here. And I'm just going to screw everything up here and delete the... And I'm going to want to delete the damn box, though, because the box is called from the button. Also, playing with the keyless entry on your remote control wasn't enough noise. Let's go crank up your motorcycle and rev up the engine about 14 times. How we doing, buddy? Feeling better. I actually got some sleep yesterday. For the first time, I had uninterrupted sleep for like 6 or 7 hours or more. Do have a case of sniffles, but other than that, not horrible. I'm just having difficulties doing something that I've done 100 times before. Of adding an animated character to a menu. I mean, I've done this. Render target, lovely. The material for the render target, lovely. See, it works. It's there at least. It's not correct. It should be animating even in this preview here. But, still, this works. The render target is there. It is working correctly. And if I select a render target, go back in here and click back on the player image and hit that again. I'm all about ideas. Yes, I know this menu sucks, but this is just, like I said, a temporary thing. In fact, this was actually supposed to have been that. It was just a brush. Tint, we need, let's see. Ooh, I really don't like that. Ew. I'm just screwing everything up. Yeah, that's just one of those things where it's proven that, things that I normally can do. That's visible. That's visible. I don't get it. Things that I've done 100 times before. I don't understand why this particular time it's not working. I mean, if I take and put anything else, it shows it right there. It shows it. It's visible. It's enabled. It's not being affected this way. Color and opacity is not blocking it. Why is my damn render target not showing up? I said, this is not something that is new to me. It's like something I've done before. And it's really, really easy to do and quick. And I've done videos on it. And just for some reason, it is not cooperating. Why would it show it here and not show it in game? The character's right there. That's the main menu map. That's it. Main menu HUD is showing everything is correct. No problems with that. I don't know if maybe I just need to create it as a second widget, because when you look at this is another widget. And it's actually displaying that widget in here, but I want direct control in here of these buttons. So that's why I created this canvas panel and called it the character selection box. It obviously is working because it's showing the buttons, it's showing this little background. So when I hit character, boom, there's the background image. It's not showing my guy in here. And the Z order is correct, because if you look at the player image is set to 0, the border is set to -2. So, and even if I just go in here and remove this completely, I mean, I can set this to hidden and uncheck the border here as well. Go in there, and it's not there. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe you see something that I'm doing wrong, that, is keeping this from working. The player image is visible, is enabled. It's a variable, doesn't need to be, but it is. The Z order is correct. The fact that it's anchored right here, everything is good to go. I mean, just for giggles, I will take and grab an image, and I'm going to throw it right over here on the side. I'm going to anchor this to the bottom right. Resize this to 512 by 512. So this is just a raw image, and just sure whenever I go in here, go to the main menu, there it is, this big ass white image. Then I go back in here, and with that selected, if I go to my render target material, and I tell it to display there, and there he is. And there, it's working, but apparently the light is an issue. Let's move the light closer. Maybe that was the problem. Always gotta be something simple. See, she comes in and then fades away. Oh, here's something to think about, though. Physics. I think I see the problem. Let's grab just a plane, or let's grab a cube, drag it into the map, and let's grab the details panel. Let's make that 0.1, and let's put that underneath the player. We don't see his feet anyway, but I think you grab the player, copy, click on that, paste, and then I see, said the blind man. It's because little asshole was falling through the damn world. Ah, God. It's so stupid of an idea of why this was being a problem. Okay. I only feel slightly stupid. Okay, so I feel extremely stupid. Because the fact that I'm using an empty world, there was no ground for him to stand on. So therefore, the little asshole, as I said, I saw him briefly for a second, and then he went away. Well, it's because his ass fell through the damn world. Forgot that I normally do that. I usually put something underneath the player's feet. So, character, hey, look. Male, female, it's not changing it. Okay, well. At least we got our player in here. Now we just got to make these buttons work. Alright, so the buttons. It's casting to, and it's get player character. It's setting, when I click the mail button, sets mail to true. And let's look at our blueprint. On event tick, gender. So if we click this, then it should change our character. Again, just because I don't know if it's working correctly. Well, it's obviously not working correctly. There's no need for replication because it's in the frickin' menu. Welcome to the wonderful world of Unreal Engine 4. On event tick, these things should be running. Whenever I click that mail button, it casts to that player and sets that variable to true. Whenever you set that variable to true, it's being checked here in gender. Is male equal true? Yes. Then it changes the character to the male character and sets the hair. So, just for giggles, I'm going to check that box right there. Force it to be true. So now I'm going to go in here to play their character. We have a male character. We can see they got the correct hair. Click female, and it's not doing a freaking thing. These buttons are not directly changing anything on the character. So, this is good. The player is good. We're going to need another way of getting that information and changing that. Because casting to the player and setting a variable as if they were the player character. I mean, even if I come back over here to world settings, let's change it to UI player just for giggles. See what happens. Hey, look, completely gone again. Because we don't have a player start, it's going to spawn us from right there. We don't want a player start. We don't want to have control of a character. Because what's going to happen here is, if I do that, then let's put a player start in here. It's going to, I don't give a damn about your bad size. There is no player. So if we hit play, we have our character back. And if we change that to I don't care about your frickin' lighting, need to be rebuilt. Alright, so I guess we are going to have to do it that way. Didn't want to have to do it that way. So let's move our player over. And let's shrink this back down. Oh Lord, let's build your lighting, because, you know, there's so much going on in this scene that it's going to be catastrophic if I don't build lighting. Oh no, it found some issues. Null static mesh property. No shit, because we haven't assigned it yet. Alright, so we've got a character, and there's our character. I'm not worried about the lighting. I can click male, and that's fine. I click beard, and it does not show the beard. Click hat, and it doesn't show the hat correctly. It just disappears. Our character has no control. Click female and male. Alright, the hair is working, beard is not. Beard. I want a beard. Alright, well. Yay, let's totally screw everything up again. And that's at 130. That's at 130. Let's actually slide that over here to the edge. Next, you guys won't be able to see what I'm doing here, because Didn't really make a difference. It's too low. And I reckon it's too close. Or not close enough. I mean, Jesus, you know. Build your damn lighting. So how the hell is everybody doing? Struggling to get this shit working the way it's supposed to. You gotta get the lighting just right. I probably should instead not worry about this light whatsoever. You know what? Screw you. Go into the UI player, viewport, and let's add in a component of a point light. And let's put this right there where the camera is. Wow, really bright. See if I can make any changes to it. And you probably won't be able to see because I'm going to have it on another monitor, but yeah, we'll see. And oh, that's much better. So just moving it around right here while I have the preview up. So select male or female. That's working. Hat is not working. I do need to fix that. So, headgear. Well, y'all speak up. That's the whole point of this Sunday stream, is for you guys to ask questions, hang out, talk about whatever. Has hat. Faults. Set visibility of the hat. Let's grab this, move it down a little bit. Since we're telling it right here to turn off visibility, we should probably go ahead and tell it to turn on visibility. Yeah, let's do that. Just in case. And we'll do set visibility to true, just to make sure that it's there. Alright, I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, because we have the same problem with the beard here. Let's see here. Yep, set visibility to the hat to true. And that would be for the facial hair. So that needs to also go right there. We got the male and female working. Character, we want a hat. Wow, that's really close to the camera and looks funky as shit. Okay, so let's go to male, hat. Shows the correct hats, but wow, that camera is just a little close to the to where the hat is, so it's looking a little bit on the large side. So the beard is on. Let's go to female. Well, we still got the hat on there, but she doesn't have a beard, so that's good. Turn off the hat. Let's turn on the male. Turn off the beard. Okay, everything is working. Cool. I do think, however, I need to change the camera position. And I can actually look at the designer here, and that should help. So male, female, hat. That's good. Male, beard, female, male. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. So now we can choose between male or female, with or without a hat. And if we're on a male, with or without the beard or the hat. If we have the beard on, select female. She doesn't get a beard. Sorry. Just not going to happen. But you see the hair is the correct hair, because what you have is two different types of hair. One of them doesn't have the top part, so that when you're wearing the hat, it doesn't stick through the hat. So since you have two different hairstyles, you have to choose between them. There we go. So that all works, and the next thing to do is to... I don't need you anymore. Let's make sure it's still working correctly. Yep, looks good. Male, female, beard, hat. So the thing we're going to have to work on after this point, or I'm going to have to work on, which, you know, we've already gone to just about the 1 hour mark, and nobody but one person said anything. And the whole point of this Sunday stream was for you guys, not for me. I need to now commit all this stuff to my save game. And as a slight change to things, whenever I created my save game, the variables in here, like male, hat, facial hair, that kind of stuff, that is the save game stuff is all starts with SG_male. And the reason why I did that is because inside the player character, whenever you're actually in, I've got to redo all this stuff here for this because won't need it in this fashion anymore. In fact, I can actually go ahead and, as much I hate to do it, but delete. So what will happen now is if I try to play on this map, yes, save all, and I go to my test map, and I hit play, my character is not going to have any facial hair, no hat, no nothing. And that's something that I could have probably also added in for an option. If you wanted to be bald, then could let you go ahead and remove hair so you can be bald. Another option for another time. So probably do that later today. So what I'm going to have to do now is actually use my save game, and it's going to pull that information from the save game here. But what I also need to do is get this information whenever I'm in the UI version, and I'm setting all these things in here. I need to go ahead and set up the UI character to actually save to my save game file. So now that I've saved it to the save game, it'll save, is it male? Does it have a hat? Do you have facial hair? And then it's saving those three parts at least of the character into the save game file. I'm not worried about the save game location. The health is going to be defaulted by, being 100. It'll get that from the player character. The currency system We're not saving that. We'll save all of this information in the main menu, so when you create your character, you have a basic set of everything. Your location is not really going to matter because you don't have a location to worry with. So when you actually go into like this map right here, it will then cast to the player character and set your player spawn to your actual, that's your default location at that point until you hit a checkpoint or a respawn point or whatever where you need to change that information. So that's going to be what I'm going to work on next. Is I'm going to go into my UI player and I am going to, at this point, this is male or female. So this is male, this is female. So I would want to the BBG save game. Now, this is not how I'm going to have it laid out. I'm going to do it a little bit differently here because I need to ask if the save game exists, create a slot name for it, that kind of stuff, and I'll get all that set up, and I'll do a video on it later showing the updated version. But I think I'm going to go ahead and, as I'm thinking about it, I'm going to, only for the male character, you may want a bald female character. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. Well, yeah, I am, but still. I guess what I could do is set it up to where if you want to, you can tell your character to have no hair. So I need to fix that in the main menu. So I just need to add in one more button for hair, and then like I said, this is not the final decide of the main menu. So I'm going to come in here to this male button, and I will copy, paste, and I'm going to change the anchor temporarily because there's stuff that's hidden down here that I can't see, and then move it to some god-awful location. And let's see, just so I can grab the damn thing and move it because there's other stuff underneath there. And we'll just change the name of that to hair button. Open that up, change the text. Here. So now if you want to, you can click on that and make your character bald. If that's what you so desire, then you knock yourself the hell out. Button unclicked. Come over here to this, and as with the rest of them, I need to cast to the character. Oh, let's do that. Control C, Control V, cast to our UI character, and let's do a flip-flop. It's really going to screw things up though, because as soon as you say that you have a hat, then it's going to change your hair. So I'm going to have to rewrite a lot of this shit just because I wanted to create the bald. Well, let's set visibility. I'll try it this way, and if it doesn't work, then you know what? I'll go back and I'll do it a different way. Control C, Control V. Connect you. Grab a reference to the hair from here. shit. Yep, not gonna work. Because we're gonna have to come back in here and create a new variable. Has hair. And yep, that's fine. We're gonna have to do another custom event. Has hair. You know what? I'm trying to rename you. Hair style. And has hair. Run a branch. And then we could do hair. Set visibility. And false. Alright. Oh, would you kiss my ass? Thank you. But now then we have to go through all of these and sort through. Okay. Has hat, yes. Has hair. If yes, is male, will come in after that. So I'm assuming we would have to come in here, and I'm not going to change that just yet. But since we're also calling the hair here, we'll probably end up just deleting it from here. Yeah, I'll get all this worked out. And set has what? Yeah, okay. And that should take care of this end of it. So just a quick run through. It's not going to work here because we need to be in the main menu. Play, character, hair. It no bueno. Has hair. If it's yes, pardon the sniffles. I really apologize. Setting visibility. And for now, I'm going to break these so it doesn't matter on here. Has hair. We will, right now, let's leave it unchecked. And it's still showing here. Has hair. Oh, shit. Dumbass. Dumbass. Click that. We're setting has hair. Oh, because you're even stupider. Oh, yep. Time for a break. See, no hair, has hair. Male, no hair. something to think about for later on is being able to move your character around. Female, let's add a beard. Nope, she can't have one, but he does. Let's give him hair and a hat. Let's turn off the hat. Go to female. She still has hair. Let's turn that off. Go to male. So the options are persisting between male and female. And the hair persists through. Beard persists through. So that's fine. Except for now, whenever we select the hat, we need to turn off hair. And see, the hair is still staying. So we need to disable the hair when we have the hat on. So, beard, headgear. So yep, right here. We just need to come in here and just drag this out a little bit. We'll bring it back here shortly. And that variable, we know it needs to stay with this stuff. So, at this point, the hat has hat. That's for visibility settings. And if it is true, we do this. So we need to run off of true and run a branch. And get has hair. And this is going to be a pain in the ass here. Because if does not, yeah, I'll get this worked out, and I will go ahead and start tying this into the save game, and I'll do another video later showing what I've done and what's going on with this. This is all part of the just the first part of the racing game, but this can be applied towards pretty much any style game. So I got to redo this entire section right here. Because from the is male portion, we need to go one route with this, because it's adding hair here and here, here and here. So this one we don't need to worry about, because it's saying using the yeah, I'll get it figured out. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, and be more boisterous. Talk more. We'll see you around. Thanks for watching.